When we think about who people are, they're not just a test score.
Three-dimensional learning to me is educating the whole student.
And I think implementing the EL curriculum plus being an EL credentialed school has changed the trajectory for so many kids.
Our vision of achievement in America is usually so limited to how are the test scores of students in mathematics and literacy. Whereas we're looking to see what kind of historians, thinkers, readers, writers, artists are kids, and also what kind of character do they show? What kind of citizens are they? And what about their craftsmanship? What about the quality of their work?
I feel like EL looks at students as a whole. And so, yes, it's meeting their academic needs, but I love that we talk about our community and that we have crew.
The credential is a way for us to celebrate schools that have reached a level of excellence and equity in terms of implementing the EL model and seeing the results through impact in our three dimensions.
At EMSA, we are going to do everything possible to make sure that we are really growing, and not just that academic, not just that emotional, but that full student.
It's about a huge level of pride to know that with EL having such a rigorous process for recredentialing and us having to do presentations of our school data and our student data in all three dimensions of student achievement, and it was not an administrative-led venture. The teachers, the support staff, our school nurse, our school manager, everybody had a part and played a role in that presentation, including students, including parents. So this was the day where people came together as crew to do this presentation for this credential.
In the past, the EL credential felt to our partners like it was a lot of work, and it set EL up as somewhat of a gatekeeper in the process. So we set out to redesign the EL Education Credential with three lenses in mind, making it more equitable, more accessible, and more authentic.
Not only are schools submitting documentation that tells about their school, but they are saying, come and look under the hood, come see what students are doing and learning. Talk to our students, talk to our families, talk to our educators in the building, and wrestle with the thorny measurement questions of how do we measure what matters most.
One of the ways that the credential is different now is that we do a 2-day site visit where we get a really authentic view within a school. We also work more in partnership and hand in hand with our schools and their school coaches to be able to demonstrate the evidence that they are showing impact in three dimensions.
So we typically will work with schools like EMSA around their work planning, strategic planning, and supporting that work plan to make sure that schools have what they need to be successful.
At first, we were just curriculum partners with EL implementing the English Language Arts curriculum. Then our coaches talked about, okay, like a next step is to implement the whole school model. So we really had a lot of help from our coaches and support from EL in really understanding what does it mean to truly be an EL school.
It was really nice to be able to stop and smell the roses, to be like, hey, this is something that we've done. You know, even if mastery of knowledge and skills isn't something that we've achieved yet, that's okay. Let's focus on the things that we have achieved. And, you know, we focused on character and high quality work because we feel like those are strong pillars to lead to mastery of knowledge and skills.
When educators work together to say, what are we doing well and what can we do better and how do we do that for more students, they actually are producing the same kind of high quality work that we want for our students, where they are engaged in collaborative learning for continuous improvement together.
Renewing the credential is important because it gives us an opportunity to do a reset if we need to do one. We need to look back, see if any changes have been made to EL, changes of expectations, changes of practices. We're able to take that rubric, look at what we're doing. It's all about continuous improvement.
The EL credential is an engine for school improvement. We recognize that the continuous improvement work that you do is working towards the credential. As a credentialed school, you become part of a community of schools that support one another, that push one another, that provide critical friendship to be able to continue that process of continuous improvement.
I think it was really interesting too when we opened with our founding staff, we all commonly believed that we had seen flaws in other educational models, right? That they don't put character and high quality work on the same pedestal as mastery of knowledge and skills. And so when we looked at the 3 dimensions, it was immediately like a philosophical line of like, this is what we've been thinking all this time, and now we have the words to describe it.